Well, today was a busy day for the Denver Broncos. They have made multiple transactions. Now, I want to apologize for the lateness of this video. Several of these transactions came out while I was at work, and then after work, I had a podcast with the guys over at the Mile High Roundtable Network. Big shout out to those guys over there. But I wanted to get on here and talk about the transactions. I already addressed Brandon McManus in its own separate video, so if you want to check that video out, you can do so by clicking the little card above, and that will take you to that video. But here, I want to talk about the Broncos not only signing nose tackle Tyler Lancaster, but they also brought back tackle Cam Fleming to be our primary swing tackle. Now, first, let's talk about Cam Fleming, because I really like this move. There were points in time last season where Cam Fleming was the most consistent player on our offensive line. In terms of both pass protection and run blocking, he was rock solid, and he's played both right tackle and left tackle for us over the past 2 years in swing roles, and I feel like he's done a really good job. This is now the third different regime with the third different offensive line coach that has decided to bring Cam Fleming back, and as my man John brought up earlier on the podcast, one reason that they may have brought Cam Fleming in is that he was already a part of the team, and he may be able to ease the transition to the new culture for some of the younger players coming in. Now, Zach Streef is going to have a really good player to work with, in my opinion, and should the Broncos lose either Garrett Bowles or Mike McGlinchey at one of our starting tackle positions, I feel like now we have a very solid insurance policy in Cam Fleming. Now, moving on to Tyler Lancaster, he's a guy who spent multiple seasons with the Green Bay Packers, and last season he signed with the Las Vegas Raiders but suffered a high ankle sprain in the preseason and was placed on injured reserve. He ended up getting waived by the Raiders with a settlement and spent last year out of the NFL, but over the past few weeks, according to Mike Kliss, he has garnered interest from several teams. So the Broncos got a guy who was a bit of a hot commodity over the last couple of weeks when I guess he declared that he wanted to make a comeback into the NFL. Now, Lancaster is a guy who's primarily been a nose tackle in the NFL. He spent several years in that role for the Packers, and maybe he could also help fill the Deshaun Williams role, who the Denver Broncos lost to Ejiro Evero and the Carolina Panthers. So, I'm curious, Broncos country, how do you feel about these two transactions? I feel really good about both of them personally. I feel like Lancaster at worst will provide good depth for us, and at best could maybe work his way into the starting rotation, and Cam Fleming again provides really solid depth, and in the event that we have to see him on the field, I'm quite confident that he can hold his own out there. Drop those comments down below, guys. I would love to hear your thoughts though. Be sure to leave a like on this video as well as subscribe and ring the bell so these videos appear in your notification feed. And until next time, guys, this has been another episode of Denver Broncos Syndicate. I am your host, Gage Madrid, saying peace out.